Hello, my name is Ian Quhachi and I'm representing Cool Stuff Stream Network, and this is a little bit of, I would not say tutorial, but then tips. Basically this is tips on how I created this thing. I call it Never Drawn. Mostly a composition in Photoshop, and also I had some things I used were actually from Photoshop. I'm going to talk about, first of all, the whole composition. It is something like an underwater kind of thing, and in this whole tidbit or tutorial, whatever you would like to call it, I decided to work on the colors, let's say blue or aqua, turquoise, any of the colors you might use to represent maybe the sea or water or anything like that. Also, you would realize that there are some fishes here in the sea, and those are from basic shapes in Photoshop. That's when you go to shape tool or clicking the U, go to custom shape tool, you find them there. Fish, yeah, that's it. That's a fish. And also, apart from the gradient and the fish, we talk about how I decided to bring up the concept of drawing in these letters as if they are worms for the fishes come and eat. Also, talk about the bubbles. Bubbles were created, yeah, by normal drawing with a pen tool. You can draw with the brush or anything you want to draw with. Actually, I would want to draw with a brush, sometimes with a pen tool too. That's quite easier for so many people, so we'll work with a pen tool now. And if you're not very good at using a pen tool, maybe I'll use my nest layer. Let me create a nest layer. I'll use this layer. Let me make it an orange. I really like the color, I don't know why. I'm going to use this platform to show you a little bit of the usage in our pen tool. Let's see usage of our pen tool. Let's bring out our pen tool. We can hit the P like keyboard to bring out the pen tool, or you can just go there. Talking about shortcuts, first of all, I like to talk about the pen tool. If you are a shifter, talking about shifter, I mean if you move from CorelDRAW to Photoshop straight without using Adobe Illustrator, you might have a little bit of problem with your pen tool. On a normal circumstance, the pen tool is supposed to work like this. Watch the brush. I'm using the brush, reducing the nib size. When you hit or when you click anywhere with a brush, sorry, let me use the black default. When you click anywhere, the brush comes, and when you start dragging, starts drawing or moving according to wherever you want to move it to. That's it for your brush. Let's do the same thing with our pen tool. Pen tool doesn't work that way. I clicked it, a box came. When I keep on moving it, there are two lines that moves exactly in opposite directions, and opposite, let's say it's the same angle but in opposite direction. Okay, negative angles anyway, and the same distance, negative distance from the square or from the dot. The reason being that the pen tool doesn't work just like your brush. Let me start working with the pen tool. Click anywhere, hold, a box comes, move in any direction we want. Let's say 45, yeah, to any point we like, and leave it. Now there are three things you should observe. The central dot that the thing moves from, the two lines move from, they're actually having the same distances from the dot. This one and the lower one and the upper one are of the same distance. Let me talk in a layman way so that you can actually understand. Let me talk in a beginner way so you understand. We are not actually it's actually to, let's say, the start point of whatever you're trying to do. Then As you remember, we clicked, held it, and we dragged to have these two other points. Now I would like to have a curve. So imagine your curve coming straight from this point, your central point, to wherever. That is from here. We started from here and we moved this way. We didn't move downwards, we moved this way. It means we are going this way. So whatever is going to happen, whether you're going to have a curve or anything, it's going to move from this point. So let me click anywhere, let's say here. When I click here, you realize something very wonderful. It was a curve moving from here to here because we started from this point, dragged to this point, and it doesn't know, hey man, where do you want to curve? Is it to the left side, to the right side, where? So when I click the right side, it brings out my curve. That's how the pencil works. When I click any other place, it brings a straight line, straight line, straight line. But when I click and drag, the same thing that happened at first happens again, which means you are ready for a curve. So when I click anywhere here, let's say curve occurs from this point again. So assuming you're done, let's assume you're just done, you can then hold your command or control key and start adjusting, just as you can adjust in CorelDRAW. Yeah, you can start adjusting your curves, whatever you want to do. Adjust your points, your angles. They're actually called anchor point. And for your anchor point, you can actually add some or remove some. And when you have an anchor point like this, when you put the pencil on it, there's a negative sign, which means remove anchor point. When you click it, it goes. When you put it on a place that has no anchor point, it tells you add, or with a plus, which means you can add an anchor point. So from this, I can either move my anchor points or delete my anchor points or anything. Yeah, that's how it is. So enough of the pen tool. Let's go to part. You must also realize that when you're working with the pen tool, it doesn't actually work on your layers, work with parts. So you can go there and delete it. So I'm going to create basic bubbles as I created. In bubbles, you should also realize that we are trying to draw something that are not perfectly circles. Bubbles can be anything. I mean, go crazy, just do anything you want. Before you do something like that, you have to check your brush size, that's the size you want to use. Let's say I don't like this one. Let's say this is okay, 37 pixels. Yeah, and sorry. Then hit your P again or pen tool. Now let's start drawing. Just watch me. As you watch, you would understand how the pen tool is used to draw stuffs. So I'm coming to edit my work. Yep. Oh man, I think it's okay. Let's just say it's okay. So go to parts again and you right click on it, stroke path. I don't want to simulate brush pressure. If you simulate brush pressure, it means you're actually using like a real pencil or a real pen. When you are adding pressure, it means you are adding more ink. Reducing pressure, it means you are trying to not add more ink. Let's put it that way. And I want everything to be uniform. I don't want it to be as if I simulated something like hairlines and those things. I don't like those things. So let's do it this way. Yes, so I'm having something like this. So with this, you can actually delete your path. Your path doesn't work on the layer, but I created a new layer so that I can do my white on. Yeah. So go to parts again, start drawing anything. Okay, actually I'm going to draw the little thing that is found inside. I think it's okay. It's too much. Okay, so let's forget about that. Let's do more circles or more bubbles. When you finish, you are going to give your bubble highlight, or the thing that shines, however you want to call it. Maybe it's okay. Let's do another one here. I mean, you can go crazy, do it anyhow you want. It's okay. You have those little bubbles, so you can actually use your shape. You go to shape tool. Let's go to elliptical tool. You're using path, so move from fill pixels to path. So you draw a little bit, something like this. Yep. And you draw another one here. You can do it anyhow you want. Go crazy. I'm assuming it's okay. Let's move to our next layer. And for this one, you're going to reduce the ellipse size, make it smaller. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. So you go to pencil again, start drawing your stuffs. Go to part, stroke part. Can decide to draw a little one here. However you want to make it, no problem. It's cool. You're just doing something. I hope you will like it when I'm done. Yeah, just little something. Yeah, like that. Oh, yeah. So you edit it a little. Cool. Just tweak it a little. It's going to be okay. I just realize I'm putting my highlight on the right side. All of them on the right side. We are trying to think about direction of the light or something, what we have in our light source. And the last one, you can actually use a little dot. Yep, cool. A little dot here. It's gonna be okay. So a dot here. They just go crazy when you're doing these things. So we have our two things. We can actually reduce the highlight. Reduce it. Yeah, let's say it's okay. And let's merge both layers. Yeah. So we have this. Let's try and duplicate it and let's change our style. It is not normal, so let's use anything. When you're happy with that, you change it. You leave it. I'm not happy with this. Let's go on. Yeah, let's say we're happy with the soft light, so soft light. And then we bring the other one back. Let's move this one somewhere else. Oh, sorry. Let's actually move this one here. Make it smaller. Let's make it smaller. It's actually the same thing. Sorry, it's actually the same thing, but made it smaller. Looks like feet to me. Yeah, it's okay. Let's leave it that way. Let's check on our actual way. Yeah, oh, sorry, having something like this still nice. So let's make this a little bit blue. So if you want to make it blue, you can use your Control U, or you can go to Image Adjustment, Hue and Saturation. So scrub out. Go to for blue. Yeah, I think this blue is okay. Yeah, it's okay. So now we are going to look out for our fish. So next layer, we are choosing black, but I'm going to show you what you are going to do later. There was a mistake here, never mind, forget it. So we go to a custom shape for our fish. Oh, sorry, fill pixels. There was some parts. Now I'm going to fill pixels. So the next layer, you draw one fish. Mind you, I'm actually holding shift so that I have perfect fish, irrespective of where they are, whether they are behind or close. I don't want to have something like this. You see, it's out of proportion. I want to have it in proportion with the original Photoshop one. Yeah, so more fishes behind, small fishes, bigger fishes, like that. Yeah, now we have fish. So let's just assume the bubbles are actually coming from the fish. We are going to change the whole perspective of our drawing. We're going to change the whole concept and angle of our drawing. So the bubbles here would actually go forward. But let's bring the fishes back a little. we don't actually like the fact that they are black fishes. We want them to blend a little, so let's start changing their mode. Soft light, no good. Oh man. Hey, no problem. We're going to do something. We're going to figure something out. But first of all, let's hide the visibility of the fish and work on the other two. Sending them right, because I want my fish to come from the left. And let's make them a little bit small. Yeah, it's okay. More to the right, it's okay. And our fish is back. But I want to do a little bit of creative something here. Let's move them forward a little. I think we will need more of the bubbles. But then for now, let's do a little bit of something creative. Let's duplicate our fish layer. You can duplicate in so many ways. I mean, you can use Ctrl J, you can pull the layer in the new layer option. Yeah, create a new layer. What we're going to do now is try to blur it. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Let's blur it a little. Let's say 10, somewhere around 10. Yeah, somewhere around 10, so it's okay. This means they are far behind their back. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create something like that. So let's go to soft light. It was on soft light. Yeah, something like that. It's cool, right? It's cool. So we are going to, now is the gradient part. We have it here. There's so many ways to create gradient. Let's create a black and white gradient here. So for this one, you see when you go to create new fill or adjustment layer, that's down there on where the layers are. You'll find gradient. That's on the second one, solid color gradient. So gradient, normally they are going to bring the one that is actually there, the one there. Now, I think this cool. If you don't like this, let's say a radial. Yep, radial is going to be okay. Something like that. Yes, this is also cool. We are going to actually use this one. So you can change the angles to make it wider. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, okay. So we have finished. We created everything in Photoshop. Fish looks real, something like that. But if you want to make it more creative and all that, you are now about to add more colors and all that. You can also decide to blur your bubbles. Anything you want to do, it's up to you. Come on, go crazy. So that is how I actually did it. Just a concept of how I did my actual work. Never drown. Actually, I didn't talk about the way I made my never drown font look like worms or something. But then, hello, thank you very much for listening to me and probably downloading or watching. And if you like it, let me know. I'm going to bring up what you like or anything. I'm not actually going to do what I like. I'm going to bring the tutorials like, because I've written a whole lot and it's not I'm doing these video kind of things. So if you want to know how anything is done, my work or anybody's work, I mean, I can give you a concept build up, not the actual thing. So just let me know. You can follow me on Twitter, Particles, or Facebook. Yeah, Ian Quhachi.